Picture the hallowed halls of Blenheim Palace, where on the 30th of November in 1874, a man of great destiny, Winston Churchill, was born. His father, a noted English politician, was often too preoccupied or unwell to forge a close bond with him, and it was his vivacious American mother from whom Churchill would inherit his love of adventure and relentless drive. Though his academic pursuits stumbled initially, it was the army that beckoned to young Winston, setting the stage for what would become an illustrious career not just as a military man but as a master of words. This man who found himself often dismissed as a failure in his youth would go on to pen volumes of articles and books, including an account of the Second World War that spanned over 2 million words. His oratory and literary skills were not just a gift, but a means to fend for himself financially from the tender age of 21. Serving in nations far and wide, from Cuba to South Africa, Churchill collected military honors before entering the political fray back in London. He carried with him not only the decorations of war but a vision for leadership as he claimed a parliamentary seat in 1900, giving the first of hundreds of speeches that would echo through the halls of the House of Commons in the decades following. Throughout his career, Churchill was a maverick, shifting from the Conservative Party to the Liberals, eventually to find himself back with the Conservatives. His allegiance was not to party lines but to the greater good of the nation, and this conviction saw him through some of the most turbulent times in history. Churchill was more than a politician. He was a family man, marrying and fathering a robust and lively household. Within his work, he was pivotal in both the governmental and commercial worlds, from asserting British presence in the oil industry to overseeing the Royal Navy with foresight that ensured Britain's preparedness at the onset of the First World War. His political resilience was tested when, in the wake of a reshuffling in government roles, he found himself without office, thrusted back into the throes of warfare where his experiences in the trenches granted him invaluable insight. However, despite these setbacks, he returned to aid in Lloyd George's war cabinet and subsequently took on the roles of Minister of Munitions, Secretary of State for War and for Air, and more. When we discuss Churchill's personal habits, it's essential to note his daily indulgence in champagne and a designated room for the 12 cigars he would enjoy. His foray into writing, which once prospered, suffered a dramatic downturn during the Wall Street crash, and a subsequent accident would leave him recuperating far from home. The winds of war blew once again with the rise of Hitler, and Churchill, with his acute sense of strategic warfare, began to garner attention for his dire warnings about German aggression. As the dark cloud of conflict enveloped Europe, he was tasked once more with leading the Royal Navy, and the ripples of his influence carried across the Atlantic, strengthening ties with the United States. Ascendancy to the prime ministership came at a moment of stark necessity, and Churchill's rhetoric soared across the airwaves, rallying a shaken nation. While Hitler's voice dwindled in the face of faltering support, Churchill's words became a beacon of hope and defiance. As the tide of war shifted, and with bold strategic choices, Britain, bolstered by alliances, stood resilient against the Axis powers. From the devastation of night bombings over Germany to the meticulously planned Allied invasion of Europe, Churchill's decisions carved a path through the annals of war. Though his leadership was indispensable during the most challenging times, the changing winds of peace saw him momentarily stepped aside for new governance. Nevertheless, his role on the global stage as a bulwark against the looming Soviet threat was undiminished. His return to power in the dawn of the 1950s marked the twilight of his governance, culminating in knighthood and a well-deserved retirement, yet his parliamentarian presence lingered until the year before his death. The takeaways from Churchill's storied life are timeless. To aim high is to ensure that even in the missteps, progress is made. His work ethic was unrivaled, and his refusal to be felled by mistakes or criticism, a testament to the power of courage and leadership. Free from the burdens of spite or vengeance, he fostered a legacy that celebrated the joy of life, one that saw laughter as a complement to greatness, rather than a detractor. Such a life of relentless pursuit, riddled with twists and triumphs, raises the bar for each of us. So, let's ponder and take a page from Winston Churchill's extensive book of life. As we move forward, Let us strive to learn from the past, work diligently towards our aspirations, and perhaps most importantly, meet each challenge not with fear, but with the fortitude and humor that distinguished one of the greatest leaders in history. Now, as we consider our own paths, remember to keep your stride firm in the pursuit of personal excellence. If today's insights have sparked your ambition, consider supporting this journey of wisdom with a contribution. Your valued endorsement is a barometer of our efforts to enrich your understanding and success. And let's not part ways without a query that prompts action. What lessons from Churchill's life will you integrate into your own from this day forward? Share in the comments, and together, let's build a legacy of relentless pursuit, profound courage, and boundless joy. Welcome, gentlemen, to an invigorating session on Mastering the Game of Life 1, where your daily decisions have powerful, long-term implications. Now, let's dive into the intriguing concept. Imagine a sprawling expanse of chessboards, each representing a day in your life. The countless choices you face are like a grand dance of strategy and consequence. Day by day, your moves carve the path towards fulfillment or veer towards tribulation. Fortune shines upon every man. We are all allocated approximately 28,000 moves in this intricate game, approximating a decent 79-year stint. Perfection isn't a prerequisite for success. A series of well-crafted maneuvers, albeit with a few stumbles along the way, can still lead you to a gratifying existence, a testament to resilience. However, repeatedly straying onto the wrong squares can spiral into a daunting chasm of despair. But, let's focus on the silver lining. The most exhilarating news is that regardless of your station in life or the missteps in your past, the potential for joy and satisfaction is within reach. The key to navigating life's game board like a seasoned grandmaster resides in the magic of wisdom. It outshines mere chance and transcends even the most astute mentors. Acquiring wisdom equips you with the insight to differentiate between advantageous and detrimental choices independently. To cultivate this profound understanding, immerse yourself in the study of human behavior. This realm of knowledge exposes the intricate patterns of society, unveiling the motivations and predictable actions of your fellow man. Explore the depths of human psychology and history to anticipate the trajectory of collective decisions, a skill with the power to steer your success. In our current climate, it is essential to remain vigilant of the evolving state of affairs. Staying insulated from the world's pulse can lead to strategic blunders that jeopardize your position on the game board. Embrace a balanced approach to current events. A weekly briefing should suffice to keep you abreast of critically influential happenings without steeping your mind in negativity. Familiarize yourself with the immutable laws of nature, from the axioms of physics to the innovations in technology. These constants offer a compass for sound decisions, unaffected by the whims of man-made constructs. They provide foresight into outcomes that are as sure as the ground beneath your feet. For instance, climate predictions can significantly influence your real estate investments. Knowing which geographies to target or avoid becomes a crucial move in your financial strategy. Embrace the insights from credible experts, sift through claims critically, and verify evidence to forge a robust understanding of natural phenomena. Gentlemen, embarking on the quest for wisdom ushers you into a league of strategic thinkers who steer clear of avoidable hardships. By delving into human behavior, current events, and the constants of nature, you position yourself to make life's most rewarding moves. Now, before you go on enriching your lives with these valuable insights, let me impart a small piece of important advice. If you want to ensure you're always equipped with the knowledge to make the next right move, subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, and ring the notification bell. It's a simple move that could bring invaluable returns. Life's game board awaits. It's laden with triumph and trial, but equipped with wisdom. You're set to play a winning hand. I urge you to take a moment and ponder. What move will you make today to secure a victorious tomorrow? And remember, for those who found today's discourse beneficial, consider showing your appreciation proportionate to the value you've received. The means to express your gratitude can be found in the description below. Strive for success, live with intention, and, until next time, may good fortune guide your journey.